taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. You cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough as me. You never guess. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got hard. I'm ready to change scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, 'cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough defeat. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough defeat. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough as me. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough defeat. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough as me.
Here we are back. And sorry, someone just said, "Oh fudge!" Just the second we went on air, it was amazing. Right?
No, I just had some chocolate. Sorry.
Well, that was a cracking start. Welcome to the third season of FPL Agony, season 3. Who'd have thought we would have stuck it out this long? This is the start of the 2024-25 season. We're getting ready for Gameweek 1. It's going to be massive. What a season we have ahead of us. Big changes in FPL, which we're going to go through in a little bit. And obviously, it's just going to be a very exciting season for all sorts of different reasons. And we're here to guide you through the agony of FPL. Let's introduce you to our two Cockney experts in residence. First up, his beloved Claret and Blue Army have a new manager called Lopetegui, which, funny enough, is Signore's favourite pasta dish. Let's hear it for Scott. Right, mate?
Not really, mate. I mean, it's been a bit of a tricky, hard few months for me. If you look at the new graphics, I've still got the same T-shirt on. I've been growing my hair as well. Nothing's changed, really.
I know. It's like a time capsule that never changes. I'm so sorry, man. But also, let's introduce ourselves to our other guest, our other expert. I'm so sorry, Signore. He's going to sound like he's underwater today because his usual Barbie headphones are no longer working. And his beloved Blues also have a new manager who happens to be a cross between Pep Guardiola and Scott. So let's hear it for Signore.
Yeah, hello, peeps.
Oh, well, how are we all feeling? Had a nice break?
Yeah, I'm disappointed I only got a 1-year extension instead of a 10-year extension, but alas.
This ain't Chelsea, mate. Calm down.
Mate, Chelsea need a transfer ban is what they need. Got enough players as it is.
Are you eating Rice Krispies, Signore? Because you're Rice Crackle and Pop.
I don't know what's happening.
Oh God, it's all started already. Look at the state of us. If you want to be even better friends with us, you can of course join our FPL Agony League. Hundreds of people are part of this league, and about 6 of you watch the show. But if you do want to take part, the code's on the board: E54QBG. It's on the screen right now. It's also on the ticker along the bottom throughout the show, so you'll be able to catch up. Get sorted before the Friday deadline, and you'll be in the league before the season starts. So get involved, because it's a really good league. We always did quite well last season in the league, didn't we? I think we did pretty well. Yeah. So you've had a massive break from football, apart from the Euros. So any thoughts on England? Let's get that elephant out in the room out of the way. What do you reckon, Scott?
More heartache.
Are we talking about the election or are we talking about the Euros?
I mean, I'm not going to get political on this show, but
the old politics here.
it's just a politics live stream. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm Rory Stewart. Anyway, so yeah, really, wow. Okay, someone doesn't podcast. Right. This show has descended. Listen, if you're watching, get involved in the chat and just distract us, because our minds are unraveling. We haven't had football, like good quality football, in a while, so we're just struggling. Our minds are unraveling. Get involved in the chat. Come and say hello. We'll read your questions on there and all that stuff. Any thoughts on England, Scott? The England performance during the Euros. How do you feel about that? And how do you feel about Lee Carsley?
Absolutely huge. Honestly, huge man. When I sort my head out and I look in the mirror, I always say I want to look like Lee Carsley when I'm older. So, chuffed with the interim appointment, to be honest.
Oh,
mega. I'm going to go and salute myself, all right, and have a mega pint
okay.
of apple juice, which is what I've got today.
You do that.
Harvest Rose one, or whatever it's called, from a particular white and blue. Cheers, lads.
Cyan said England didn't do that good. I mean, we got to the final. I mean, we're never going to beat Spain, particularly with the cautious approach Southgate always took. You know, there were players in that squad who were criminally underutilised, I thought. But Signore, enough about me. Signore, what do you think about the whole England thing, the summer, and also Lee Carsley, before we go on?
I mean, yeah, I think Southgate ran his course, didn't he? You know, we underperformed, but got better as the tournament got along. Just got beaten by the better team. They deserve to win it. You know, what can you say?
I would say we're probably on the easier side of the draw. I mean, that helped us get to the final.
Can only play what's in front of you.
If we were on the other side, we wouldn't have got to the final, I would have thought. So it's just, you know, just how it goes. All right, well, let us know your thoughts if you have any, if you're watching. But let's talk about some things that are coming up, because this year is going to be a bit of a different year for FPL. I've got some suspicions why, but they've brought in some changes, which I'll just put on the screen now, and we'll kind of go through these. Now, the first one I think is quite exciting, because you can roll up to 5 times to get 5 free transfers, and when you use your wild cards and free hits, it doesn't reset to 0 anymore. So I think that's a pretty good thing. What do you reckon, Scott?
I mean, with rolling up 5 free transfers, no one's safe, are they? No one is safe. Like, you could save a wild card for years, mate. I'm just going to rally up roll cards. Watch next season. I'm coming for you already. I am coming your way. I am 25, 26. I'm coming your way.
When it increases to 25 or 15, transfers you can roll to, that'd be cool.
No, I think it's a good idea. It needed some kind of revamp. I think with the Euros fantasy, there was a lot of managers and content creators kind of saying the same. I mean, we'll see what happens, really. Yeah, to be honest, it's been so long since they introduced the changes, I kind of forgot about them, to be fair. It's just a nice little refresh.
That's why I'm here, a little refresher course. Signore, any thoughts on the 5 free transfers being able to roll?
Yeah, I like it. And like Scott said, it needed a bit of a revamp in the game. I just think that, how often a manager's actually going to wait 5 game weeks to then produce 5 free transfers like a mini or wild cards? I just, like I said, sometimes you don't need to change your team. But are you going to be caught in a trap sometimes of missing out on players because you want 4 or 5 free transfers instead of actually reacting to stuff? Do you know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting. It's going to test managers in a different way, which is quite exciting. Just going to have to go with it and see how we get on.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's quite a good move. I've got suspicions. I've got thoughts, and it's probably not even that controversial about why they've added it this season. The other thing they're adding is a mystery chip. We don't know what it is. We get it in January. It's a post-Christmas treat. We don't know what it is. At some point before Christmas, I assume we're going to find out what that chip is. But, like, any thoughts on what that mystery chip could be? Could it be like a half wild card or a half free hit, or you can change your goalkeeper? I don't know. What could it be?
The fact is, post Christmas, it's like a really good nod just before Christmas. Do you know what I mean? Nod. I'm going to nod you here. Sort it out. I think I would like it to be kind of. What are you laughing for? I think it's going to be some kind of like one for the rest of the season. You can kind of swap your captain's points or something like that. That's what I would like. So say if you hit a captaincy and he got 4 points, and then 1 week a player you wanted scores 20, potentially just swap the points around for 1 game week. I don't know if that even makes sense. But
yeah, I think I know what you mean. There was one time I was playing the Euro fantasy football, and they had a maximum captain chip. So when you played it, it didn't matter who your captain was. It just took the person with the most points, and then that was your captain automatically. So
Okay,
something like that would be quite cool.
that's interesting. I don't even know if like the FPL people actually have decided on what it is yet.
No, I agree, and I think part of that is due to the FPL Challenge game that they brought in. Maybe they're testing a few things out to see how they get on.
My suspicion why they brought these changes in, I think that this season is actually a little bit at risk of becoming a bit of a boring FPL season because of the scheduling with the Premier League and all the cups and stuff. What's forecast is there's going to be fewer double game weeks and blank game weeks, and when there are blank game weeks and double game weeks, they're going to be much smaller than we've seen. So actually, those little points in the season that people build up to, they just won't really be there anymore. So actually, I think maybe their hand's been forced to introduce these changes just so there's some stakes at least somewhere else. People are working towards something else with those transfers or a mystery chip or something like that. Because that's something else they mentioned as well.
So yeah, I really like that actually. I've not thought about that at all. I didn't think it's so true about the double game weeks and stuff. Someone's been reading the script. I like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Where's he gone?
He's gone. Right.
Someone
That gives
read
me
the script.
a chance. That gives me a chance. Where is it? Here we go. Here he is. I can bring in Ginola. Amazing. Right, so we'll just put David Ginola there while Signore just disappears for a bit. A few other changes we can go through is some stuff about points and some stuff about bonus points. So a goalkeeper scoring increases from 6 to 10 points. Unfortunately, Paul Robinson's retired, so I don't know how much of a difference that's going to make for us. Saving it.
I didn't know that.
Huh?
I didn't know that.
What?
No, I didn't. I've not seen these things.
Oh,
Is that
really?
legit?
Okay.
About penalty reduced 15 to 9. Is that including the clean sheet and all of that? Surely that's not.
That's saving a penalty reduced from 15 to 9 points. Okay. All right, Signore's back. Apparently.
Is it? You can just reject him. You know?
Yeah, I could do, couldn't I?
Just don't let him in.
He's in the guest room. Hang on, I've got to get rid of David Ginola. Let me just put him back. There he is. Hello.
Game week 1, and the same old is going on in it.
I'll tell you what, mate. You sound better now, though.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Fabulous.
It's good. You're not crackling anymore. It's not like Rice Krispies.
Must
Sorry,
have been
I'm joking.
Ginola that came on a minute ago.
You
Wouldn't
know
be
what,
right
Signore? I've always said you've got a face for radio, mate. Honestly. Press it then. Press it. Press it. 2-0 up now, lads. So you mean to go on?
I reckon
I
that button's
suppose
going
it
to be
was
used a
worth
lot
it, wasn't
tonight. Okay, so we've got a few changes in terms of the points then. Goalkeeper scoring increases from 6 to 10, but a goalie saving a penalty is reduced from 15 to 9. Then we get to the bonus point system. So goalkeepers and defenders conceding will be worth -4 bonus points, however that works. Goal line clearance is worth 3 bonus points. A foul 1 is worth 1 point. A shot on target is worth 2. So I don't know what they were before with some of these, but whatever. They were part amongst the list of changes introduced. And I can kind of see why. As I said, I just feel like the risk of this season becoming a bit boring. And it's the dates thing and it's the matches thing, but it's also the fact that some players have gone up in price and in a really disappointing way. 2 players spring to mind, Haaland and Palmer. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You know, and we can talk about
It was
our
a
teams
cold
in a minute.
move. It was a cold move from FPL to increase its price.
He's very. I don't know which one he's more pleased with.
Oh, it's going to be a long night, folks.
Not even a script, lad. Not even a script.
Amazing. Right. God, I don't know even where we go for that. We've got Game Week coming up. Game Week 1 coming up. It starts on Friday evening. I'm sure we're all going to be watching the match. The first match coming up is Man U versus Fulham. Yeah, then we have Ipswich versus Liverpool, Arsenal v Wolves, Everton versus Brighton, Newcastle versus Southampton, Forest versus Bournemouth, and then we've got the Maroon and Blue derby, West Ham versus Aston Villa, Brentford versus Palace, Chelsea versus Man City, Leicester versus Tottenham. I've got my finger hovering on the button, Signore. Any matches you're looking forward to?
Oh, God.
Yeah, there's a couple, and I'm worried that Scott might not know who this is.
Match.
But I'm looking forward to the John Walk derby. Kicking off early on Saturday. Do you know who John Walk was? I'm taking that as a yes.
I mean, I don't know if his sound's gone. Go right, Scott.
Listen, it's only 3-1, yeah? You still got to come back and away goals, lad. And they took away that rule anyway.
Well, in all seriousness, I think it'll be interesting how Ipswich get on. Can they replicate the football they played the last 2 seasons on back-to-back promotions against Liverpool, you know, with what they're calling slot ball, you know, which, you know, doesn't really sound appropriate, does it, when people are labelling this? I didn't come up with that, folks. That's just what people are saying. And the other one is probably the Gary Lineker derby, which is ending the game week.
I'll do a cheer. I'll do a cheer for that one. I like that one. That was nice.
I think Harry Winks
derby. The what one?
Harry Winks. He's like everyone's favourite 4.5 mid at the moment.
Everyone's got him on their team, haven't they? Oh,
no.
Haven't you? Oh, right. Okay. Oh, yeah, because you keep putting injured players in your team, didn't you? Speaking of which, shall we go through our teams? These are our drafts. So this episode's called Only Drafts because we're only talking about our drafts today, and they're only drafts, so they might change.
And you know you can subscribe to us on onlydrafts.com.
I don't get it, Scott.
You're all drafts of mine, boys. You're all drafts of mine.
I feel like it's gone beyond PG, this show today.
Only drafts?
Okay.
I don't get it. Anyway, moving on. This is Signore's draft. We've got a brand new photo of Signore. Look at him there, in despair.
Ooh. That's really nice.
this is the bit where we get to mispronounce some players' names. Signore, do you want to talk us through your team? This is the lineup we've got. Go on.
Yeah, so this is currently draft number 178, and it's changed a couple of times since then as well. I generally think you cannot get a decent team with Haaland, Palmer, and Salah.
Yep.
You know, and then I think you look at the next couple of players like Isak, Saka, and then you think about your defenders, like your premium defenders like Trent, a couple of the Arsenal boys, Gabriel. You can't fit them all in, and I think this is quite good in a way that players are overpriced because you can't have any copy and paste teams. You might have some experts that might put some templates out there and a few people get on that bandwagon, but ultimately you're not going to have like 50% of the community having the same team, which is kind of what it has been. And it's been really hard to get your rank going, or you lose your rank quite quickly, which people seem to be really precious about. So what I've decided here, this is a no Haaland draft. And I think Isak's got to be there. I think he's going to be a bit more appealing this season than Watkins. I needed an Arsenal attacker in there somehow. Havertz fits that bill at 8 million. I think that's a steal, really. But then again, Solanke at 7.5 could also be a really good buy. And then in midfield, on with Palmer and Salah. And I actually really like that midfield. Rodgers is starting. Gibbs White could be a huge differential this year. It doesn't feel right not having Son in my team. And then the defence, I've kind of gone a couple of premiums in Roberts and just that extra bit of cash flow that I have with Saliba. And then I just choose my defenders weekly after that. And then I'm just having one goalkeeper because Fabianski there ain't going to play any games, is he? Or is he, Scott?
Do you want me to be honest?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so there you go. But he might be the most likely 4 million goalkeeper to play. But I've changed it since then. To never play, yeah. But I've changed it since then. I've tried a no Palmer draft, and I brought in Smith Rowe. I swapped Daka to Haaland, and I dropped Son down to another 5.5, and that still fit the bill. And so, it doesn't fit right with me not having Palmer. But I've got to think about who's going to get me more points out of those three players. I think you can get 2 in. To get all 3 in, I think you're just weakening your whole team.
So to clarify, because I was actually going to ask you specifically about this, because looking at this draft, you've really prioritised the midfield over attack. But since then you've changed. You've dropped Son down. You've brought in Haaland. And you've replaced Palmer with Smith Rowe.
Yeah, and to be honest, I really don't know what I'm going to do until the deadline. I'll have something in place.
Yeah.
And then I'll see how that goes. And I'm going to have faith in that team for a couple of game weeks. I always do that. I don't make a transfer first or the second game week because I always tend to go for like a mini wild card in the past. I made 2 free transfers and a -4. But don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'll have a team in place. I think a team will score points, and if it doesn't, this way we can share our FPL on here, and we go again, innit? So I think this season more than any other season, you've got to be on trend when it comes to players on form. You've got to make gambles at the right time, and you've got to be more reactive than ever.
It sounded like you said you need to be on trend. I was going to say Trent's really expensive, but you said trend. Sorry.
Never mind.
So in short, yeah, that's my little team.
Your team brings up 2 players we need to talk about. We need to talk about Haaland, who's gone up to 15 million. And there's an argument you don't have him in the team now, given that you have Haaland in your team, but you end up with a really not even a B Tech midfield. You end up with a Z Tech like midfield because he's so much money. But also,
what's wrong with B Tech?
Nothing wrong with B Tech. I didn't say B Tech. I said Z Tech.
I mean, I could use something that offends you, but I'm not gonna, am I?
God, it got dark. You're right there.
It's gotta get up, mate.
Now,
No, go on, carry on.
I mean, we can talk about Haaland, and that's fine. I mean, I've not put Haaland in my team for that very reason, because I tried it, and I end up with just £4 or £5 million midfielders, like too many of them,
drips and
and
drabs.
defenders, and it's just
Yeah,
really fragmented. So I
Yeah.
made that decision. But it's interesting because you said you feel you feel slightly wrong not to include Palmer. But my question, I suppose, to both of you is, Palmer's gone up to 10.5 million. He's no longer a good deal. I don't think, is he? Given that Chelsea have had arguably a bad pre-season. You've got players who have played in the
With
World
no
Cup.
Palmer. I mean, let's be honest. He saved the season last season for Chelsea. You know, his goals involvement. You can argue he's on penalties and all that nonsense. He's still there to score the goal, isn't he? You know, so it's not just his goal scoring, his penalties, his assists as well. Everything runs through him. We were a much better team with him in the team. His football IQ is just outstanding. I just can't see him not scoring 200 points again this year. You know, I don't think he'll score. What did he score last season? 20 goals?
I don't actually
Yeah.
know.
Was it? Well, let's just say it was 20 Premier League goals, right? I don't see him scoring that again, but I think if he can get 14 or 15, I think he's had another very good season. Because I think this season teams will be more on to stop him. Because if you stop Palmer, you stop our scoring, essentially.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. The problem is, you know, what worries me about Chelsea is we want to get rid of what's his name, Gallagher. You know, and
Ludicrous, by the way. Mental that's happening.
Brought in Dewsbury Hall.
yeah, and it's a bit like, you know, we've signed this teenager to play up front. Whether or not he will, I don't know. But it's really concerning. You know, the gaps in Chelsea's team that we need to fill haven't really been filled, and also.
And the thing is, like, Palmer's guaranteed to start, whereas a lot of the others aren't, and a lot of the goals will come through him. A lot of people talking Nkunku, and I get that appeal at 6.5. Like, he's a good player, and I think that he's underpriced at 6.5, in all honesty. But
I mean, Reece James.
I think you can utilise that money somewhere else.
Reece James will save us. Was it you that sent me that joke where it was about Reece James invented a new position instead of right back?
Be
right back. Yeah, it's very good. I like that one. Well done.
Go on, press it.
No, because it's not our joke. We found
It's not our joke.
No, it's not our joke. Okay, so that's really interesting. I think we're going to have a bit more of a Palmer, Haaland sort of discussion to go along. Let's have a look at Scott's team. Scott, have you made any changes since this team?
No. You see my new tattoo, by the way? You see my new tattoo on screen? Oh, you can't, actually. You kind of can, but you can't.
What is
Thanks,
it?
anyways. Can't you see it? Can't you see it? Can't you see it?
No.
Wasted. Absolutely wasted. I'm going to join FPL Pain next week. Right. Anyways. So... press it.
I'm going to have to get some new sound effects. We can't have that drum mic everyone.
Right, what do you want to talk about?
Right, so talk us through the decisions you've made, including Bob. Go on, take it away.
Oscar Bob. 2 first names. Don't trust them. Honestly, I thought this would be like possibly a 3-game punt, right? Decent bench option. Competing for that, is it that right wing spot? And what happens 40 minutes before we go live? He's broke his foot. He's a footballer. How'd you break your foot? You're supposed to kick with your foot, mate. I'm not having it.
That's what he did.
Yeah, I'm not having it, though. What, are you wearing steel toe caps? What are you doing? You're not on a building site, lad. I'm not having that. I'm not a dry liner. Stop. Or Scaffy is my family of self-employed. Anyways, I'm not happy with it, to be honest. I was able to get Jota in because I thought, is he going to nail that centre forward position for Liverpool
I like
under
that.
Arne Slot? I think it's quite tasty. Last season, I remember we had this game week 1 stream. We was talking about, oh, Salah's not worth it. He's not worth it. And then I played a game week 6 wild card, brought back Salah, and it just, supported me a lot. And that's also when I bought in that Cole Palmer for 4.9 million when no one took a chance. Anyways, no, in all seriousness. So I looked at that. The Bob will come out before the deadline. Rodgers is another one who did really well in pre-season, but I'm going to have to take him out. The Solanke pick, I think, is very, very good. That's my Tottenham kind of cover, if you wish.
I want to talk about him in a minute. Yeah.
They'll score goals, won't they?
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
that's
he
why
would
it's
only get
important
9
to have one of their forwards in there.
Yeah. I mean, he scored 19 goals last season for Bournemouth. I think with better players around, Bournemouth, great team. With your likes of Kulusevski. What's his name, John?
Dejan.
Ginger from Sweden. and
Carl,
Son,
that deserves
obviously, and Brennan Johnson and stuff. No, I'm talking now, thank you. Back to me. Yeah, I honestly thought.
You're talking now. Go on.
But the one we were talking about, I've gone Haaland. I've currently gone both Haaland and Salah.
You have.
The 4.5 and Konza, he's been starting every single pre-season fixture for Liverpool. And I just think, is he nailed next door to Virgil van Dijk? Barco is that Brighton guy who started nearly every single game at left back for Brighton as well in pre-season. He's that 4 million gem that you look for when you're building your team. I think there'll still be a few changes before the deadline. But goalkeeper-wise, looking at, Henderson will probably have that now nailed on with Johnston requesting transfer and stuff like that. And I've just gone Matthews because the Palace is back up. I don't know who else.
I'm not sure about Palace defence this year. I don't know why.
No, and if Gahey goes to Newcastle, that's when I'm looking at potentially bringing him in for Burn, because I think he will start every game for Newcastle and cover that Newcastle defence. That way, I don't know. It's quite tricky. I had Pedro Porro in there originally, but then I upgraded to Gardiol, the Croatian geezer.
How do you say his name? What?
No, that's how you say
Gardiol. Yeah.
Well done.
Good, well done.
Thanks very much. And Smith Rowe? I think he's going to start every game for Fulham. He's looked really, really good in pre-season.
He's a good player. Should be playing.
Huge move. Absolutely huge. To go to Fulham for 35 million or something? He's going to start. So, yeah, there's still a few changes. I could downgrade Salah, to be honest. I don't want to. But I could go maybe to someone like Saka, maybe, and cover the Arsenal mid. I don't know. I'm not going to overthink it.
One thing that worries me about players like Saka, Foden, is that they played that whole summer. Yeah. That's the thing that worries me, and I just think they're going to be tired. And it seems hard to say, and it probably, smack me in the face later in the season. But I don't know if they're going to have the same impact next year. And that's why I've not gone with any of them. But to go without an Arsenal or a City attack is just ludicrous.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Solanke. You've put him in, and when the signing happened, I thought I really want to bring him in, but then I kind of got cold feet because it's like, is he going to go straight in and play straight away? What's Postecoglou going to do?
Angie Boy, don't mess.
He didn't play him in season either, which I didn't know. Yeah. He hasn't played pre-season.
He's been training for it though, hasn't he?
I don't know. Yeah,
but
I don't know.
Angie Boy
said there's no reason why he won't start.
Really? Okay. Well, it's good to know. I mean, Because I think
Would he be on
I
pens?
think he's gonna have. I think he'll have a great season at Spurs. I really think he will.
Would he
Spurs
be on
will still
pens?
finish sixth, but whatever. Will he be on pens? Did you say?
Because I mean, Summers taken them, weren't he? But will he take them now?
I can't see that.
He was taking them at Bournemouth.
But over Son,
Yeah.
I can't see that. Do you reckon?
Don't know.
Yeah.
Need Tottenham to get a penalty first game and see what happens if they're both playing.
Do you remember how long it took for Tottenham to get a penalty last season? Do you remember? Everyone was like,
No.
yeah, I think it was like the 15 game weeks or something. Because everyone was trying to work out if it was going to be him or Charlison to take the pen. Because obviously when Kane left, and everyone was like, oh, it's Son. It's fine. But we have the same issue now, really.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a tricky one. It's a real tricky one. But yeah, that's looks pretty good, Scott. And you got Haaland in. And also, the rest of your team's not bad, so I don't know how you've managed to do it. You've managed to get like an overdraft from FPL or something, because like that's a pretty good team. I like
I've
it.
got 110 million, mate.
Right.
I borrowed money from my last season's budget.
Bit left over. I noticed you got nothing left in the bank. Haven't really planned ahead there, have you, mate? Oof. All right, okay.
Oh no, I haven't.
Let's have a. Oh, I've gone back. Why am I going backwards? I want to go that way.
Did you love to start the show so much? You wanted
There
to
we
do
go.
it.
There's me. I'm holding a clock for some reason. Right. Okay. Oh, someone's commented in the chat. Hello, Kinky Dresser. Good luck. Nice one.
Ooh.
Thank you. Right. Here's my team. I've even committed to a starting 11. It's got Raya.
Oh.
I've got
Nice.
Saliba, Alexander-Arnold, Pedro Porro, and I've got Palmer, which I'm not sure about, given he's been busy this summer.
Hang on. You've got no Salah or Haaland.
That's correct.
Wow.
You must have money
no
in the bank.
robot and no Egyptian king.
Yeah.
Have you got money in the bank?
About 500,000.
Really?
Yeah. So I've got the opposite problem. I've got like a really sort of mid team, but no money.
What?
So Scott's taken my money. That's what's happened.
Oh yeah, I did.
Oh, but you've gone big in defence, I can see.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I should change that. I got Palmer, got Easy, Gordon, Jota, Watkins, Havertz, and Isaac up front with Fleck and Winks, Barcelona, and someone called Harwood.
Barcelona.
There you go. There's always a new nickname every season. Do you remember who got the nickname last season? Can you remember?
Gloria.
That was it. Well done, Estefan.
That was brilliant. That was so good.
Scott's just like kicking in the memory. Either that or it's frozen. I think it's frozen.
You know what? Do you know what? I'm a little bit gutted this ain't a deadline day draft again, because when you done your team last season, Matt, and then you heard that there was an injury in the Arsenal defence, oh my God, that is...
Oh, that was such a moment.
That was one, honestly, I think that's my favourite short we've ever done. What was that, a minute to the deadline or something?
Yeah, it was. It was about a minute, or 2 minutes left.
Fantastic.
It was incredible. So there's my team. I don't have Haaland. I don't have Salah.
Wow.
The thing is, right, what I've done is whenever I've looked at like the people who are like top of the leagues worldwide, they don't have like loads of premium players. Sometimes I don't have any. So I'm kind of thinking, well, I'll take a leaf out of their book.
I'm just looking at the FPL app going, what?
No, but then again, you have covered, like, I like Jota, like I said, and a bit worried about Gordon and Eze, just because Gordon's been trying to force a move. I know everyone likes the Eze pick, but I don't know about him this season. I think he's a fantastic footballer. I just don't know if he's going to be able to.
No, I like it. I like
step.
it, and I think I'll have him in my team before the deadline. Actually, I had him in the team. The signal's really bad.
It's alright, I can hear you. Who do you want on your team? Easy.
Yeah, there's no easy way out. There's no Eze way out.
Oh, I don't know. I feel a bit broken by this.
This is good. This is therapy. We're talking through our FPL hell. So
That's not what our channel's called, mate.
FPL
No.
help.
no, there's
FPL
someone out
therapy.
there called FPL help, isn't there? I swear there is.
I don't know, is there?
Is it FPL health or
I don't
something?
know.
Anyway, yeah. So that's the state of my team. I'm probably going to change it. I'm not sure about Palmer because they're playing Man City first. Rubbish pre-season. He has played. He's been at a tournament. So even though he didn't play like loads during the Euros, he still wasn't at home chilling. So,
Chilling. I like it.
oh, that was accidental.
I
but
like
I'll take that anyway.
Well,
Right, Scott.
Scott's got. He
frozen.
hasn't got that one.
Scott's frozen.
Where is Joachim Low?
What is he? Oh God! Right.
Doing Ten Hag.
Hang on. I've got loads of frozen images that I've used before.
He's
and I
probably
can't-
gone on quickly to play Who Are You?
That's
so he
it.
can
Yeah,
go,
that's what it is. So he can.
Oh, that
cheat
looks
again.
like such and such. Yeah,
All right, I'm just going to leave that there.
Let me in.
it's very smart.
I've let you
Looks-
in.
Look at him.
I'll just change the internet connection.
He's not noticed yet.
#Soz.
He's not noticed yet.
Well, yeah, I have noticed it. Obviously.
Ah.
This has got air.
Right. Let me ask you your opinion. Shall I just change the whole team?
No, I wouldn't change the whole team.
Shall I just start again?
No, I mean, in
No.
all honesty, I don't think you need a premium goalkeeper and 3 premium defenders to start with. I may be wrong. They might have an absolute stormer, all those 4 players. But if you're going to have Raya, you might as well drop Flecken to a 4 million goalkeeper, have a bit more money, and then try and boost it somewhere.
I mean, Flecken's only 4.5, so it's not like.
Yeah, he's playing.
Yeah, well, you know, what's wrong with having a sub that plays? I don't want to
There is.
recreate last season.
Just going from an early bench boost or something. Like,
Oh God, yeah. Right. Well, what I'll do is I'm going to revisit this because this is horrible.
I think we're all going to do that in the next 48 hours or whatever it is.
Well, I'm going to wait till Friday. I'm going to wait till Friday, probably about, I don't know, 4 or 5 o'clock, and then I'm just going to do a last minute change. That's what it'll probably be, I reckon. Right, I'm going to temporarily go to the 3 camera screen. Oh, Signore's missing because
You don't need me.
because I need to change the screens on here. Because what we're going to do is the bit you love doing every season. And when I say love, I mean you don't like doing it at all. But we should do it. I want us to make some predictions for the Premier League this season.
Oh, I thought it was the outro.
We're not done yet.
Because
We've still got to do
like-
this. Right. Who's winning the Premier League this season?
I think it's going to copy and paste from last year, and the year before that, and the year before that, and the year before that, isn't it?
Okay. So we're going to go City first. I can't even control this properly.
Oh, it's hot in here.
This is great viewing this. Right. So City then Arsenal.
Yeah, I think so. I think
Who makes
Arsenal
up
are very...
who makes up the rest of the top 4? West Ham.
I think we're going to have a very good season, though.
Yeah,
Got
I
some
do.
good additions in.
Liverpool.
I do.
Very
I think
smart in the
Liverpool
wind.
third, and I'm gonna say, me personally, I think Tottenham will come 4th.
No.
Yeah,
That's a big shout.
yeah. I
Ooh.
just think they're gonna be a
Should we
bit
just
more
put Tottenham
about.
4th for like fun? There we go. Spurs 4th. Who's getting relegated?
In what?
I personally
Oh,
think.
in what? The Premier League, though.
I personally
League
think
Two,
the 3 that
Scott.
came up.
Huh?
I personally think the three that came up.
Really? So you think
And
Southampton?
Leicester as well.
Yeah, I think Leicester will be the closest to not get relegated, but I still think they'll go down.
Oh yeah, they've got the old second-rate Pep now, haven't they?
Yeah.
No, they haven't. He's gone to Chelsea.
I knew what
Way!
you was on about.
Don't. It's horrible.
They
got Cooper, haven't they?
yeah.
Koppel.
No, Cooper.
Cooper.
You're talking about the old.
Yeah, I went a bit too far back then, didn't I?
Koppel, wasn't he like the Reading manager?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He might have been actually. Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
God,
There's a
that
who are you
back.
for managers.
That's like 20 years ago. Isn't it when like Chelsea won
It
the
was.
league? We first won the league. It was 20 years ago.
04, yeah. Leroy Lita, Shane Long, Kevin Doyle. What a team Reading had.
Wow.
What a team. They smashed us 6-0 on New Year's Day.
Right. So do you think Leicester are going down?
I think so. Why? Who would you think would go down in their place, Scott?
Forest?
I think Forest will have a good season.
Forest have been all right, actually. I think they'll be all right.
Everton?
I think they'll be all right.
Nah, I think they'll be all right.
Bournemouth? Wolves?
Yeah.
Swap Paddington and West Ham, and you might have the near enough.
Swap what?
I was going to say put West Ham and Palace, swap them.
So West Ham up to 9th.
I mean,
Palace.
I
Ninth.
think
What, above Man U? Newcastle.
I think United might come 5th, and then we come 6th.
What about Villa?
I think Villa might struggle with the Champions League demands. And it's a good evening team. And Emery normally goes on a good cup run, doesn't he? So they could go far in like the League Cup, the FA Cup. I just think it's going to stretch their team a little bit this season.
So what do you reckon to this? You've got City, then Arsenal, Liverpool and Tottenham for the top 4. Man U and Chelsea, 5th and 6th. Then Villa 7th. Newcastle 8th and Brentford.
So I think West Ham will finish above Brighton and Brentford.
Do you reckon? We can put West Ham in 9th.
Yeah, they're bought right. They've got a squad depth now, which is like really interesting. They've just got to get past those opening games. I mean, what's your game, Scott? Your first like 4 or 5 games?
Villa, I think we've got Chelsea, Ipswich. Maybe not in that order, I don't know.
City?
Yeah, I think we might have City as well. I don't know actually.
I think if you could get some points out of those opening games, then that would give you a good steed to go forward.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got West Ham 9th, Brentford 10th, Brighton 11th, Fulham 12th, then Forest, then Palace, then Bournemouth, Everton, Wolves, and the 3 going down, Leicester, Southampton and Ipswich.
Yeah, that sounds right. I mean, Everton would be hit with another points deduction at some point in the season, wouldn't they? So, you know.
You think Wolves will struggle? Sorry, I'm not following here.
I think they've lost Neto, they've lost Kilman. It's huge for them, those 2 players.
Yeah.
You know, I think they'll be safe.
As well.
But, you know.
Bournemouth, I think you're right, though. I think they're going to really struggle without Solanke's goals, actually. Unless they bring in a big money signing.
We could put Bournemouth lower.
I thought you said they've signed Noah. I'm like, who's Noah?
You know, he's got his arc. Right. Oh, God. Well, wasn't that fun? That's your favourite bit of the season. We finished it. Well done. Let's do your actual favourite bit of the show. Scott loves it. He loves it. He loves a bit of this. He'd love it if he beat Signore. Love it. This is Who Are You?
All right, King.
This is Who Are You? So we're going to see a blurred picture of a Premier League footballer, and you have to guess.
Do you remember when I got the first goal, by the way? Smash that.
Let's see if you can get first go again. So we're going to see a photo in a second. We get 8 guesses. Every time we get a guess, it gives us some sort of hint whether it's the age of the player, the squad number, the position, the team, the country they're from, and so on. Okay, so take a look. This is the photo. Who's that?
Was that Smith Rowe or Cole Palmer?
Oh my god! I dare ya.
What, Smith Rowe?
Which one?
I don't think it is, but it's which Smith
Smith
Rowe?
Rowe. Smith Rowe.
Is that what you said?
Do you want to do Smith
Smith Rowe or Palmer?
Smith Rowe or Palmer?
Oh, who said Palmer? Is it Palmer? I don't know.
Well, let's do Smith Rowe
Smith
first.
Rowe.
'Cause that's...
Yeah.
Okay, no good.
So,
He's
Oh, do you know
older
what I
than
think it
24.
might be? No, do you know what I think it
not
might
a
be?
midfielder.
Oh, here we go.
Cole
Go on.
Palmer.
Cole Palmer's not over 24.
He's not a midfielder though,
No, it's not. No, he's not.
so he's not a midfielder.
Okay.
He's older than
None of them.
24.
He's not English.
He's not English. Don't play for Fulham.
Jeez.
His shirt number's lower
He's
than
older
32.
than 32. Sorry, shirt lower than 32, older than 24. Oh. Don't know then. It's looking a bit hard here.
Could it be Charlie Taylor? Do you know he was at Burnley and he went to Southampton?
Has he gone to Southampton, has he?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
Has he?
that.
Oh, he's not even on. Oh, he's not even updated on there.
He's not updated.
Just go for Jack Taylor while you're at it. Whoever that is.
Well, he should be
got a
updated
mate
because he listed
get
Ipswich
that.
Town, so I don't know what.
Great player.
That's a weird one.
Is
Go
he a
on.
defender? Is anyone else in the chat helping us? Because we're
No.
struggling with it.
That it. We've gone up to
No.
9 now, people. Rolling.
Who is it? Come on.
Jeez.
I don't know, lads.
Okay.
Oh, well.
I'm
No.
proper struggling with this.
Well, I'm waiting for that moment where Scott goes, I got it. That's what I'm waiting for.
Someone that plays for Villa?
Type in Alex Moreno. Let's see what that does.
Oh, okay.
At least then we've covered some defenders.
Spanish
He's
defender.
Spanish.
Right,
He's a defender.
Here we go.
The Spanish defender,
Ruben
younger
Diaz.
than 31, older than 24, squad number less than 15.
Let's go Ruben Diaz.
Have you got that?
Oh, he's Portuguese, isn't he? What a donut.
Right, but you got his age. We know
But
he's
you've got
27,
three others
and then
now.
his shirt number's number 3. So the only thing is
So
you're
a
missing
number
is the
3,
club.
okay. All right.
So who are left
it's
backs at all the
not-
clubs?
It's not Signore's favourite, Aaron Cresswell, then, because he's not Spanish.
Yeah.
Those two EM fights. It's
But who's
definitely
number
not
3 for the
Cucurella.
team? No. Who's number 3 for Arsenal?
Tierney.
No.
It's got it.
Yeah, definitely not in there.
Who's at Bournemouth?
Never heard of him.
Boom.
Kirkesh? Oh no, he's not
Yeah,
Spanish.
but he's not Spanish.
No. What teams come up? Southampton? Who's number? No. Leicester? No. Don't know their left backs. West Ham, obviously not.
Dates.
Yeah.
Who is a Spanish?
Oh.
I said, who is a Spanish left back?
Who played at the Euros?
Oh
Cucurella.
God! Surely not. Regulon.
Huh?
Regulon.
That's not a bad guess, you know. That is not a bad guess. Don't look like him though.
He's
Scott,
got it!
thank God.
He's got it! Scott wins. Scott wins the first Huaya of the new season. Well done. Look at his happy face there. Happy Scott won. I'm sorry, Signore. I'm sorry, mate.
Let's keep this tally going. Let's see what
Keep
it's
this
like.
tally going. Well, it's 1-0 in the first episode of the season. So there we go. Well done. And well done for everyone who played along at home. Right, I'm going to switch to this screen because we're coming to the end of the show. Any parting words of wisdom, folks?
Go with what feels right and don't get too upset.
Don't get too upset. I like that. That's nice.
Good life advice, actually. Are we
Any,
talking
any,
about
words,
FPL,
any
or-
words of wisdom, Scott?
Just play your own game. I think. You know, don't be copying Signore's team. You're not going to get anywhere, are you? Really? No, I'm joking. Just play your own game.
Play your own game. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I say
The game's the game.
it's the first weekend of the Premier League. Just enjoy the day. It's a special day. It's a very, very special day. Enjoy it and have fun and enjoy yourselves. And that's it. Do you want to do the sign off?
Oh, here we go.
Well, we don't know when we'll see each other again. So see you soon, hopefully, folks. Join us next time.
Game week 14.
we'll share more stress and
Christmas
anxieties.
An agony that make us love the pain of this game.
Well done, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the show. Best of luck picking your final teams. And may all of your arrows be green. Good night.